When designing the layout and aesthetic of my iPhone home screen, I prioritized and kept one thing in mind: digital minimalism, which is using technology with more intention and purpose and choosing a focused life in an increasingly noisy world. With that in mind, I designed a minimal pastel app icon set with matching wallpapers that made me feel relaxed, warm, and cozy. Let me introduce you to the first page of my home screen. On the top and bottom of the page, I have blank widgets using the app MD Blank for a clean, blank slate look. But for times when I want to be more productive, I set up a stacked widget with my daily to-do list, so I can easily reference the things that I need to get done today. This widget is from the Things app. I can easily access my to-do list for more information and organize my tasks with tags and deadline dates. I've been using the Things app for many years now, and it's always my go-to. It's to the point, minimal, and does not overwhelm me with tons of extensive features. I also stacked this calendar widget from the Dawn app. I really enjoy this one because it's simple, clean, and nice to look at. I often forget the day of the week, so I really like how it informs me of it with a friendly message. On the bottom of my screen, I set up a stacked widget as well. First, there's the weather widget, so I can easily reference the weather. I like to keep things simple, and the default weather app has always worked well for me. Next, I stacked the Spotify widget underneath so I can easily access my playlists. I organized my playlist by mood and created matching playlist covers to achieve this look. In case you're interested, I've been listening to a lot of Chinese and Korean indie, pop, hip-hop, and R&B, but my music tastes are super varied. On the home bar at the bottom of the screen, I have my most important apps. First, I have the email app. I use the default mail app because it's clean and gets the job done. Then I have the YouTube Studio app so I can stay up to date on my channel analytics and statistics and respond to YouTube comments. And then I have the iMessages app so I can talk to friends and family, as well as Safari as my main web browser. In the middle of the screen, I have my 8 most used apps, primarily apps that I use for my work, communication, and social media. First, we have YouTube, of course, where I watch YouTube videos and also check out my own channel. Next, we have Instagram, which has been my primary social media to keep in touch with my audience and share my daily life. Then we have Etsy, where I'm able to monitor my shop, fulfill orders, and message my customers. I sell my app icon packs here, wallpapers, as well as digital journals. Next, we have the Mint app. I use Mint to get an overall view of my personal finances. On the next row, I have Spotify, which I showed already, and then I have Twitter, which I recently started using again to share tweets about my channel and to connect with other creators. Then I have Facebook Messenger to chat with more friends. And lastly, I have TikTok, which I've been using a lot just for entertainment, and occasionally I'll post some TikToks as well. Moving on to the second page of my home screen, here are 12 additional apps that I use most frequently. I arranged them on the right side of my home screen with blank widgets on the left column for a clean look and easy access with my fingers. On the top, I have the Google Maps app, which I use primarily for navigation. Next, I have the Things app, which I shared before. This app is great because of its elegant, clean design, and I always come back to this app to simply organize my tasks for the day. Next up, I have the Photos app, which is pretty standard. I do a lot of photography work and just take a lot of pictures in general, so I use it pretty often. Next up, I have the eTrade app, which I use primarily for trading stocks. Next up, I use the Flow app to monitor my menstrual health. And next to that, I have the Headspace app, which I use for guided meditation and calming sounds. I enjoy this app for its good vibes and uplifting messages. In the next row, I have the Apple Notes app. This app I always end up defaulting to. when I need to quickly jot something down, whether it be an idea for YouTube, quotes, important information to save later, etc. It's simple, reliable, and gets the job done without overwhelming me. Next, I have the Breathwork app, which I really enjoy for its guided breathing exercises. You can practice your breathing, and this app helps me calm down when I'm anxious. Next up, I have the Forest app, which allows me to not get distracted by my phone and focus on a task at hand. The more time durations you successfully stay focused, the more trees you create in the UI. What's neat is that Forest actually plants real trees, which motivates me to use this app even more. Next up, I have the Files app, which allows me to easily reference my iCloud Drive and sync files between all of my Apple devices. This has been especially handy for accessing icons, wallpapers, and digital journals that I designed on the computer. Next up, I have the standard Apple Weather app. And lastly, I have a guided journaling app called Jour, which asks me how my day was every day and allows me to reflect and focus on having a more positive mindset. To the left of my apps, I have stacked widgets. Underneath the transparent widgets, I have a widget for Headspace, stocks, and the news. These just serve as daily reminders to keep myself informed and to take a rest with meditation. So those are the main apps that I use, but I also use additional apps as well. The remaining apps didn't earn a spot on my homepage because I don't use them on the daily, but they're apps that I occasionally reference via search bar or the app drawer. First up, I love browsing the App Store just to stay updated on the latest apps for my own consumption, as well as to get inspired by the cool new apps that designers and engineers are putting out. Down here are additional finance apps that I use for sending money as well as for trading stocks and cryptocurrencies. Here are other miscellaneous apps that I use, some for productivity, some for entertainment, and photo editing. I use Lightroom to edit my photos with preset filters that I made. I like adding a warm tint to my pictures, so this makes it really easy to achieve my desired effect. Here are some games that I like to play to pass time. I like calming games with soothing music, but there are also some nostalgic games that I like to play, such as old school RuneScape and Tetris. I don't game too much on my phone, but if there are some cool games out there that I'm really missing out on, please share down below in the comments. Now I'll show you how I achieved this home screen look. Here is a quick tutorial on how to set custom icons. You'll need to be using the Shortcuts app. Click on the plus on the top, press Add New Shortcut, open app, and then select the app that you want to create the shortcut for. Click on this ellipse icon and then click on Add to Home Screen. Here you can select the icon from your images or files. Since my icons are in my iCloud Drive, I'm going to select Files. So that's how you add custom icons to your home screen. Now, here is a quick tutorial on how I created those blank widgets. You will need the app MD Blank installed. Hold on the home screen to edit and add the MD Blank widget. You can then choose the size that you want, from small, medium, to large, and adjust the position of your icon so it aligns with the wallpaper properly. You will need to also set the wallpaper in the app so that the widget properly replicates your wallpaper to provide the transparency effect. There's a tutorial that explains this fully on their app, and it's pretty straightforward to use. I also want to share with you my favorite iPhone accessories. The main case that I use is the Apple silicone case in white. It has MagSafe, which makes it compatible with MagSafe accessories, such as this Moft phone stand wallet. The great thing about MagSafe is that the magnet is pretty strong, so I'm able to hold my phone upright like this. I also have these cases from Cyril. I love their beige and neutral tones, complementing well with the pastels of my home screen. I normally use these sturdier cases when I'm outside hiking for extra protection. I also really like their silicone case because of its beige tint. I'm someone who gets bored of one setup really fast, so it's nice to switch up my cases sometimes for a different feel. I also have a portable charger by Moshi. I love how compact it is and it already comes with cables. So if I'm traveling, I don't have to worry about tangled cables since they're already packaged neatly in this portable charger. If you're interested in the minimal and pastel wallpapers that I designed, they're up for purchase on my Etsy shop. Also, my minimal and pastel app icon pack is up for sale. You get 130 plus icons, free app icon requests, and lifetime updates to the pack since it's growing with more and more icons every day thanks to our community. So there you have it. That is What's on My iPhone, a minimal, cozy, and pastel aesthetic for a more focused and calming digital experience. Subscribe to my channel for more of my content, and like this video and comment down below your thoughts. Share what your favorite apps have been lately, and which ones you've used consistently for years. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.